What's up guys, this is my review of my helmet and my PVS 14 night vision. What do we got here? Let's look from the front. First you have the knot itself. As you can see, it looks very fucking awesome. It looks really nice. What you're gonna see here, what I have done off the bat, you can notice is the Wilcox lanyard, right? What it does is you pretty much screw this into the top of your VAS shroud, and you pretty much hook that up to somewhere on the knot itself. In this case, I have rigged this with some paracord, and you simply attach it on there. What else do we have? On the left side, I do have an infrared call sign. Actually, it's just luminous, glows in the dark. You may get that from rangerjoes.com. That's rangerjoes.com. On the top, you have an MS2000. Simply you switch it on and off for IR. It has this thing where you open and close it. Right here, I do have a V-light. This one is blue. You can flash it on and off. On the right side, I did have a red one, but it broke and I tore it off. Right here, you do have a counterweight pouch. I simply fill it with some pennies. I filled it enough to where my head was comfortable, so you don't get that front tilting effect that you do when you wear nods. You would feel that front heaviness. So now with that counterweight, now it's kind of nice and balanced. You have a United States infrared flag right here. Pretty much when infrared light shines on there, this will glow back, signaling that is your friendly ally kind of guy. So don't shoot him because he's your friend. All right. What I have done here is attach the bungee cord here. Comes stock in most OpScore helmets. This one I did not attach because this one is loose. To all your kids out there, that's why you don't buy repro helmets, because they suck. However, it does do the job as far as aesthetics go, and so far this is not broken on me yet. And it does more than just aesthetics. It does hold that nod nice and secure. It does not have that wobbly effect. Now without that, this is a Tatum arm, by the way. Norota's Tatum arm. It does offer a little bit more stability. You can adjust right here for going up and down, depending on your eye and where your eye is located on your head. You can also adjust this thing right here to adjust how far you want that optic, in case you're wearing shooting glasses, goggles, etc., whatever you use. So notice that slight wobble. In fact, I guess that the wobble has mostly been eliminated. I did tighten something on there. But this does help with retention and security. Simply press this button. This is where it differs from the USGI mounts. The USGI mounts, you can simply put it down without having any kind of locking mechanism. This one, you actually have to press this button to enable this to go down. I'm going to back the camera up for a second so you can see. Oh crap, I do not want to get my light socket there. Now it looks more professional. Now I'm going to lower the nod. Okay, there we go. So there we go. You have your nod down. This is a aim point lens cover. I do have custom cut piece of Lexan. You can kind of see where the imperfections of the cut there, but it doesn't do a good job of protecting your nod. Simply place the Lexan piece into the aim point cover and then slide the aim point cover onto your nod. Some people drill a hole here and it creates more stability when and you do not need to focus as much. It has something to do with that. I personally have not done that yet. I've yet to experiment with that kind of stuff. Some people take this eye cap out and install a Wilcox amber filter because they think that it will relieve the stress in the eyes from prolonged periods of time. This, however, to me, I believe is a controversial topic. Some people have said that they have just looked through their nod for extended periods of time without really affecting their vision and whatnot. And that is my cat, and he needs to be quiet. I've also installed another Lexan piece in the cup. You can see the indentations. It looks like ribs on a condom, giggity, where I would place the Lexan piece. And so far, and you can see that if you had your nod up, someone could pretty much shoot that. So instead of having a Wilcox amber filter, yes, I know it has more benefits than just protection. This is a very cost-effective method. Why do I run it on my right eye? I personally have found that I can access the controls on the nod so much more easier than if I had it on my left eye. Custom paint job, by the way. This is by Devin from OES, Operational Element Sword. This is pretty much how we all run our helmets. It's a mix. It's a mix of different paints. I know olive drab, tan, and brown is somewhere in there. Don't ask me how I did the paint job. I did not do it. Paracord, I did have it crossed, but he set it up the way, like this way. I personally prefer the cross, but you know, whatever. Behind the goggles, you're gonna find that what we have here, pretty much where I keep batteries. You can see right here, I keep 4 AA's. That can be for my nod, that can be for my camera. And we have ESS profiles here. It's not the Asian cut, although I am Asian, only half though, so whatever. Where was I? I think I've pretty much summed up what we have on this helmet. Okay, how I run the goggles. The goggles are mounted with goggle swivel clips. You can get them from opscore.com pretty much, or they might even come with your helmet depending on if you get an Emerson or if you get a LOL-TMC. This particular Opscore swivel clip, you can mount it right here. I run it on the rear. Let's say I'm wearing shooters or I'm wearing a smaller, lower profile goggle such as the Revision Exo Shields. So then if I wanted to mount that goggle on the front, I would simply unattach this and attach it right here. And yes, I do have more than one attachment point. That's so I can run it on the rear and then run it on the front if I want. It is a little bit of a tricky setup to have. Sometimes I had people assist me with this goggle switching process. Honestly, the MiG 2000, if you were to run your goggles on the back and then put it on the front, the Velcro is most effective for this type of system. I think that's pretty much it. Some people wondering about the nods. This is what you're gonna have is that this cover is actually covering the focusing adjustment. So when you put it down, you may adjust the focus on here, and you may also adjust the focus here. Usually you set it, for me at least, I set it at a certain point here, and then all I do is adjust the focus here, depending if I want to see something far or near. I think I've covered the tandem arm and pretty much everything else. So, oh yeah, what are these controls here? Okay, you got on, off, reset. I don't know what reset's about, but I've never really used that. And then on the infrared setting, that's pretty much the in-house infrared illuminator that will light up pretty much these guys, I believe. See those two guys? That's the illuminator, I believe. But you would need to pull that and twist it to turn it on, and then you would twist it left to turn it off. And that's pretty much it. That's my review of the my PBS 14 Generation 3 by ITT and my Opscore helmet. This Opscore helmet, by the way, is made by Emerson. The stock Emerson helmet may not fit your nod mounts. In this case, I had a VAS shroud from a previous MiG 2000 that came with it. It is not real by any means. It just happened to be metal, and it happened to fit that Tatum arm. So depending on which helmet you get, it may not fit your arm. Best bet is to get something real. However, if you do get an Emerson, there's no guarantee that will fit your mount. So that's pretty much it. Emerson carbon, by the way, obscure carbon, to be accurate. Alrighty, have a great day.